Shalom. Shalom. All right. For those of you that are joining me, let me make sure. All right. So, those of you that are joining me, I am Bishop Donald Oliver, and I am kicking the tires on a new streaming app that I came aware of. Let me just make sure that I'm not getting any feedback. Okay, good. Um, Called evmux. So, you know me, I got to kick the tires and check this thing out to make sure. Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. There you go. Got to have those in ears. No feedback. All clear. All right. Now, I can't see your name, so I don't know if in the descriptions that it's providing for you to click a link so that emux, evmux, that's the web browser that I am using. Hey, okay. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Blessings to you. How are you? Yes, I should have known with the greeting shalom of peace. Thank you. So yes, I am utilizing something that might be for those who are using StreamYard and you're looking for another application that's just as user friendly. So I'm kind of kicking the tires on this. And there's another application that I'm also kicking the tires on. And maybe in the next half an hour or so, I might come back live and give a demonstration of that as well. I mean, this is Tuesday. And so I was kind of playing around in my head saying, what should I call it? Should I call it Tech Test Tuesday, or what should I call it? But it is an opportunity for me to check out some new technology, to share it. Of course, you know, periodically I have webinars, and we are kind of gearing up for another webinar that we're going to do to expose ministries to some other resources that are available that may be comparable with a little more flexibility to it. And so let me just create this lower third so that anyone want to come and kick some tires with me, you'll be able to do so. evmux.ocme.live. Okay. And you can help me kick some tires. Kick tires. Yes. Okay. So let's create that. And let's see how that comes up into the broadcast. Okay, yeah. So if you'd like to join me live as a guest, go to evmux.ocme.live. And that will allow you to join me in the studio. Now, I've got to tell you, hey, Limb Drops, bless you. Listen, we've asked for things, those of you who've used StreamYard, have asked for ways to talk to your guests in the green room. This particular web browsing app actually has the ability not only for you to see who the other guests are in the green room, have up to 12, rotate them in and out, right? But you can also talk. There is a built-in group chat or talk back right in the green room. So this is amazing to me. It's awesome. So I'm hopeful that some of you that are in my community, some of you that are on the business to business Christian advertisement will just follow that link. Some of you on my personal profile in my group on YouTube might say, well, let me check this thing out. Yes, I heard about it. I was on LinkedIn. Someone said something about evmux. And I was like, evmux? What is evmux? Well, tonight I am walking through evmux And the free trial, the free gives you access to everything except the branding, where you take its logo up. That's why you will see their logo up in this corner, okay? Because that's the one thing you cannot remove, but you have access to countdown timers. And there's like this, I'm looking at a switching room here. They split the screen. Let's see if I can do if I do a screenshot, I'm going to get this infinity loop that I really don't want. But for the benefit of those in the back room, we're going to do that. We're going to go in and let's go to the Chrome. Let's go to Live Editor. That's what we want to bring up. And we'll green screen that. Good. I love Ecamm. It is like so easy to do this. This is like so awesome. So let me remove the banner here. Give me my banner, graphics. All right. So I hope you all will, there we go, do something with joining me. All right. I'm gonna leave that up in an attempt to bring this up to here. Just below, okay, and let's zoom it up a little bit. All right, this is, well, let me do this here, because we're going to master this thing here. Even if that means I have to make myself a little smaller over to the corner. See, you can do things like this in Ecamm Live, right? This is awesome. So I've just shrunk myself so I can show you how this works. So let's bring this up to the edge. So you're getting a look at the dashboard. All right. So if you notice at the bottom of the windows, and let me see if I'll throw this behind my camera, screen share behind my camera. There you go. So I can move my hand across it there. So you'll notice here, similar to StreamYard, where you've got little tiles, video tiles of each thing there, right? Okay, and I'm clipping my head. So let me shrink myself. Camera, thank you. And camera. Okay, so you'll notice that there are the little tiles similar to StreamYard that allows you to see your guests. I've got a video here that I'm going to play as a screen share, and then I also have my mobile phone that I'm coming in as well. Toward the top, you've got a few different layers here and some scenes that you build out. And the scenes will actually allow you to do overlay, to actually create a layer and build out a scene with multiple layers on it. All right. One of them is the Be Right Back screen. So let me go over to that, bring that up. Now look at that, how that loaded in a preview window. If you notice, I've got two windows. I've got what you see going out to the main on the far left side of your screen or right side, depending on where you are, okay? And then I've got a preview window that lets me see almost like a switching system where you can see the preview, what you're getting ready to take to the program. That is real cool, all right? So you can see I have a Be Right Back screen. I'm gonna bring that up. Now that is comprised of layers. That is comprised of layers. And if I was to go into layers here, you can see the several layers that make up this one screen, okay, this one scene. Let me remove the banner, and those of you that are going to come in, you'll join me. All right. Hey, James Smith, blessings to you. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let me go back to the layers here. I want to show you in layers what I have in the preview over here. Okay. If you're following me, what I have in the preview, these are the layers that make it up. So I can go in and hide this PNG so you can actually see how it's built out. And this is all real time within this web platform, streaming platform that allows you to build out scenes with layers that have MP4, PNG, and text files. You create, layer it, and do everything right in the browser. Real cool. So let me bring that back. Go here. They need to make it a little easier to toggle them on and off, because you should be able to just hit the little eyeball and toggle it on and off, but you've got to do your little drop down, and there you go. All right, so that's made up of 4 layers there. All right, and so I'm going to transition, and look at this right here in the middle. I've got a transition bar that when I click the scene, okay, and now I just transition right back over. This is something that I have not seen on some of the other web application that allow you for streaming, and it allows you to stream to multiple destinations. I can actually go up to 5. I'm going to 4, 3 Facebook and 1 YouTube, but it is awesome. And then you have, of course, the social chat. So I can actually see your chats over here. All right. So those of you that are viewing, just drop a chat and it'll populate here, and I'll have the ability to show it up on the screen. Okay. Show it up on the screen. This is, I think this is awesome tool, again, for anyone that's using StreamYard or Restream, and you want something that you can consider as an alternative, okay? As an alternative or as an addition, like me. I'm always adding more stuff and more stuff, okay? But again, this is real cool. So you can create scenes for a countdown. So here it is. Notice it went into my preview so that I can actually see what it looks like before I take it live. And there you go. Nice transitions between your scenes, okay? If I want to create a welcome scene and play that out, cool. So I just noticed something. Let me just check and see if this will. Okay, so I can actually go to the scene and hit the little play triangle, the play bar, and it'll actually okay, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so wanted to really kind of expose you to it. I was hopeful that someone would take me up on the offer to join me live right here. You can join me live. Just go to evmux.ocme.live and you will pop up as a guest. One of the things that I think is real cool is that inside of the window, let's see here, if I can resize this, you'll notice next to the icons that there is, let me go and get rid of this. Okay, and let's see. Let me crop this out, this screen. Actually, I'm gonna shrink it down and then crop. There's something I wanna just show you and highlight. Screen share to the top. Come on, one more. Good. All right. So I want to show you something here. Let me cut across again. Okay, so this is my guess. It's my guessing. And because I have green screen activated, it's a key, not my green screen, but let me go here and take green screen key off. All right, and I'll have to crop a little bit more. Okay, but what I want to show you is that as you come in as a guest, okay, this is how they've created where you can have a talk back in your green room with your guests. I mean, audio. You don't have to use Unity. You don't have to use some other type of a communication. You don't have to use Slacker, okay, or Slack. But right there, if you notice, there is a there's a little, there it is right there. There's a little thing that's like a walkie-talkie. You see it right over there? The little walkie-talkie I'm pointing to. Yeah, right there. Okay. Got a walkie-talkie. All right. So what that would allow you to do is to communicate either to the group, meaning everyone that's in your green room, or you can push the one that you want to speak to that particular guest. Isn't that wonderful? So you can actually, as a production assistant, you can communicate, give updates, give key, whatever, and speak to your guests privately or speak to everyone that's in the green room. I think that is spectacular. That's something that we've been looking for in some of the other web-based browser streaming applications. This particular browsing application has it built in. Do you think that's something you would find valuable and useful? Let me see what you're saying in the comments. If you are in the comments, let's see what you are saying in the comments. All right. So we're still streaming live. So you're still there. Okay. And if you want to check this out, just come on. I'm waiting for someone, let's see here, in my comments to say, sure, I'll check you out. All right. We have separate frames and audio. Let's see what we have here. Let me resize. Let me go back to full screen over here. Okay. So we're going to shrink this down and then resize it. Let's reset crop. There we go. Thank you, Ecam, Ken, and Glenn, the twins. Okay, let's shrink it down a little bit more. Let's move these guys out of the way. All right, so notice, for those of you that's tracking with me, notice something here that you are able to resize, and let me drop that behind me so it doesn't cut me off. There you go. All right, you can resize your split screen of your preview. So I'm able to grab and resize based on what I'd like to see. All right, so if I want to see the program larger window, I can do that. If I want to see the preview, I got that too. All right, I can make a happy balance. Okay, so for this, I really just want to kind of have a preview. Okay, you've got a separate sound control. All right, on both your preview, this is in your editor. All right, and also what's going out. So there's a separate sound so you can adjust the volume of what's going out. But not only there, there's also here. This is the backstage sound control off to the side here. Can you see that? Let's see here. And see if I can get a larger mouse keys. Okay. So yeah, you have a sound control for backstage, so you can control what they are hearing backstage. That again is awesome. How many times do you need to turn the volume up or turn it down? All of that is built in right into the scenes. Let me move this banner so you can take a look at what I'm talking about here. All right, so you've got some great settings, some great flexibility. You have screen sharing, which is now more common in most of the browsing web streaming apps. All right, so if you have two guests that are there and you have a separate audio, so if I need to turn the audio down on the music on that video that's playing back, I'm able to control that. You can see me adjusting the audio at the bottom right there. So independently controlling the audio for my playback so that I'm able to speak over what's going on. There's a few different layouts. This is the layout, okay? So you've got your guests, you've got your main camera, okay, here's another layout. Okay, so all of this is happening inside of evmux. evmux, one of the new guys on the block, so to speak, at least new for me, maybe not new to you or others, but if you're in my community, now you are aware. And the cost is comparable to what you will find with some of the other platforms. So let's switch this out. I brought in my mobile phone so I can have another device. This is the picture-in-picture. This is the 2-up. Okay, let's go to this side. Okay, so we've got two cameras happening here. I'm actually on my mobile over there, so it's probably not as clean as it could be. And let's turn off that. Let's see if it's going to drop me or pick up on my mobile service. We'll see if it picks up. Okay, so we've got two, we've got side to side. Let's see if I refresh. Speaker room. Let's come back again. All right. If you have any comments, you can drop some comments. Let me know what you think about this streaming platform. I'm just kicking the tires on it. I am just kicking the tires on evmux. So help me kick some tires. Join me. The link is here in the description as well as on screen for those of you that don't mind kicking some tires till the wheels fall off, as they say. All right, so let's take that full screen. All right, so there's a lot of flexibility. Again, there's the ability to talk back to your guests live in the green room, So those of you that needed to have an application that allows you to communicate, you can do that. Also in the chat, when you bring up the chat, you can see here, let's try this again. Okay, you'll notice just above my head there that there are icons of radio. And so you can do the group or you can do an individual and talk back with them. All right, two-way communication into the green room. And you have a audio, okay? You've got an audio here, a level for sound playback of what's going out. So if the music or the program is too loud in the back stage or in the green room, then you're able to turn it down or even turn it off. So that way you're able to communicate. If you notice here, you can communicate by pressing this radio. It's a push to talk. It's a push to talk. Okay. And the same thing that you can push from there or from here on the icon. And if you notice, there's a little speaker indicator that lets you know that you're speaking to them. And I can see on my mobile screen as well that the host is speaking to me directly. All right. So if you wanted to speak to everyone as the group, then you would just simply click on the group. And now you're speaking to everyone at one time, whoever is your guest on backstage. That to me is worth your consideration to at least kick the tires on it. Okay. So again, that's evmux, evmux.com. Check them out. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Now, there's a few things with creating banners that I thought was interesting. Let's see if I convert this. Let's hide it and convert this to a ticker. Now, I hadn't tried that, so let's update it. And let's show it and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's coming up blue. Okay, nothing to write home about. It's simple. It's simple. Okay, it's simple. All right. Okay, that's not bad. So you can have your ticker along the bottom. You can bring up your banner, your static banner along the top, providing information for your viewers and engagement. And when you bring up any of the comments, there you go. And your ticker remains, and that's good. That's good. That's good. Now, I don't see any other comments here, so I don't know if that's an issue or not. Okay. But we are here testing. And so again, if you would like to join me, just check the ticker. There's information that's going across if you'd like to join me, evmux.ocme.live. Okay, and help me kick the tires on this application. Okay, so again, graphics, you've got a few interesting things. You've got your brand, which will change the look of your lower thirds and your theme. So let's bring up one of the banners here. All right, so let's go back to graphics, and this is your branding. Okay, this is your branding. Let's go here. Let's do this. Okay, let's do that. So this is your branding. Now I'm getting that infinity look. All right, let's do this here. That's less destructive. Okay. This is round one. This is round two. This is a gradient, and this is the default. Now, when you pay for, you'll be able to have a few more creative elements and opportunities. All right, if you notice, just above my name, let me turn off these guys here, you'll see periodically that my lower third for my name identification pops in right over here. All right, just watch. You'll see the lower third. Okay, this is my lower third primarily, and it just comes in and out. Okay, here's another one. And then you have the ability to do a custom, which would allow you to design it. Okay, and you'll be able to see what it looks like before. Okay, before it goes. So you can create size, change the color, change the position of it. This is in the middle, upper corner, middle, top center, top left, middle bottom, middle left, middle right. Okay, so you've got some positions that you can move your text around the screen. Doesn't allow you to just slide across, so those are 9 predefined locations or positions that you can have your text. Okay, I don't see that you can change your font, so I'll probably have to dig a little deeper. Okay, it should be here if you're able to change your fonts, but again, it's better than what I've seen with most. All right, a place for your logos. Okay, overlay. So if you have an overlay, a PNG overlay, or animated overlay that you'd like to bring in, you can actually do that as well. Okay, so you've got overlays that you can use. You have video clips that you could run. Okay, so here's a full screen. Okay, and let's see, a minute ago. This is similar to Restream. Yes, it is similar to Restream. I'm not certain, though, that Restream allows you the ability to talk with your guests audibly. And in many of the, because I use Restream, I also utilize StreamYard. And what I haven't seen them provide you the ability to have a push to talk with your green room, either with the group or individually. Most people are utilizing either Unity or Slack or Slacker or some other means, whether they call them or they have a Skype or some other tool. But this allows you to communicate with your guests in real time in the green room. And so I think, I thought that was a pretty cool thing as well. And if you see the screen, now the studio setup here is interesting because, again, for those of you who might just be coming in, you have a preview side. Okay, so if you look over there, there's a preview window of what it looks like before you take it live. So you can check it out. So anyone that's used to production, and that normally you'll have a preview window and you have a program window. And so that's what this is here. This is actually a preview program. So this is the preview side that I've just enlarged. Okay. And this is the program. Okay. And so this is what you should all see being played out to whatever your streaming destination. Currently, I'm going to 4, and this is using the free version that's watermarked, of course. But I could have gone to at least 5 on just the free, and I can have up to 12 people, 12 guests in my guest room. That I think is great because some people say, well, listen, um, you know, I want to have more than 10 people. And they figure as the host, and then if you have someone else on your team, that's going to take away. So if you have someone who is a production assistant and you've got a talk show with 9 or so panelists, you can have them in and just swap them out as you need, or have them all on screen. You can have up to 12 persons on screen. So I thought this was pretty slick to get a preview and that you can transition between them. And back, right? So I thought that was pretty interesting to see. Thought that's pretty interesting. Okay, still doing a walkthrough, so let me do this here. Okay, so yeah, video clips, even the background. So let me get rid of, or maybe I can just do it here. Okay, so I like this, and I believe that StreamYard just gave you the ability to kind of take a single camera and set it back so you can see the background or your borders. So here it is. Look at this. This is a video background. So if you wanted an animation playing in the background and not just a static image, you can do that too. I could upload a static picture, a still frame. Let's see. Document. Let me get a still image and bring that in. Open. Okay. So I could actually toggle between. This is a still image, right? So that's my still image behind my cropped video or my reduced video or my picture in picture video, right? So if I have a picture in picture, I can actually do that, or I can go to a smaller crop so that I can have that border behind me. All right. And if I wanted some animation, how many times did you want in StreamYard that maybe have a video background? Okay. Or have a nice overlay that you could use, but you had to lay it on top. And you can create, as I've shared before, you can create an overlay that you drop on top of your video. Okay. Your single image video. All right. But you also have the ability to set back your single shot and have your background with a video. That is awesome. Again, worth considering for those who are using StreamYard or using Restream, and you might be looking for something with a little more flexibility. About 8 o'clock, I'm going to sign off shortly. 8 o'clock, I'm going to come back kicking the tires on yet another browser that's right now in beta, but I'm going to give you a look at it because I like it. I played with it yesterday and it blessed me real good. All right. So I want to invite you to join me shortly. I'm going to sign off here. Remember, this is evmux. All right. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have an affiliate link as of yet. So, if you like it, fine. The pricing is comparable to what you would find for some of your other favorites. Let's see if I can pull up pricing. Okay, so this is what the pricing structure is. Okay, this is the pricing structure. Let me pull that up over here so I can take a look. Okay, so the pricing structure is very similar to some of the others that are out there. Okay, but look what you get for free. All right, unlimited streaming hours. Okay, you get the scene builder, up to 12 on-screen participants, fully branded overlays and backgrounds, backstage mode, which is big right here. Backstage, guests that are off stage can talk to each other freely. Now, you don't have that currently with some of the other web-based browser solutions where you have multiple guests. They only get to see themselves. So if you're saying that you got 2 or 3 people, they don't see the other 2 persons that may be on the panel, that maybe they could be chopping it up in the back, in the green room, okay, backstage, like they would do live. They can talk to each other freely without interrupting other guests or disrupting your audience. Okay, so guests are off stage, that are off stage can talk to each other freely without interrupting other guests or displaying to the audience. They can then be pulled on stage at the touch of a button or with a countdown. Backstage mode for this particular evmux, that is stellar. All right, and then you have the push to talk. So alongside, you have an internal chat. The host can speak to other guests without the audience knowing, meaning that the stream can be fully managed by the host at all times, or a production assistant. That is golden. All right. Multi-stream to 5 destinations, lower thirds, banners, tickers, integrated chats. Okay. That means from the other streaming, the platforms that you're streaming to, you're able to bring together and integrate all of those chats, curate all that information. Okay. You've got templates. So there are certain layouts that are set up for you, but you can also create your own. And I'm going to show you in another streaming application at about 8 o'clock. All right. You can highlight comments, virtual backgrounds, screen sharing, slideshow, and of course you have custom RTPM. All of this for free. Did I say that was for free? The only thing is that it's watermark. Now, if you want to get rid of the watermark and still get everything free and create a teams, okay, and have teams, then you do the $25 a month, okay, or you do an annual deal. And if you do the annual deal, then it's $19 a month, okay? So that is like really cool, okay? So you can create teams. Now the teams, I believe they're going to need to have an account, just like with StreamYard. Anyone that's on your team has to have an account. But in the pro plan for $49, look at this: 2 hosts, 2 producers, 2 hosts, 2 producers. So that is the pro plan, and it includes adding 1 collaborator to co-host the broadcast with you. That again is golden. All right. So I'm hopeful that you have derived some value from what I've shared with you today. Let me just remove that, get back to my background. And, you know, I normally have some music going, right? So I've got to find something to play that's going to be really good. So let's see. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take it out on that. All right. So in about 15 minutes or so, for those of you that are interested, I will have an opportunity for you to check out the next streaming application that I'm going to be kicking the tires on. All right. And if you have derived any value out of this, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the group. Say, hey, Oliver, I like that. That's cool. Maybe a few more Tuesdays we'll come out and kick some more tires and talk tech of what's new for you to level up and to reach out and engage with your community. Like I said, there's still some more things that's under the hood with the evmux, but I think one of the big selling features is the ability to be able to talk with your guests and have them talk amongst each other backstage in the green room. That is the big win for me. All right, well, you know who this is. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. About 8 o'clock, look for the next live as I will be kicking the tires on another one of the newest streaming applications, web browser based. That means no heavy lifting off of your CPU, whether it is a Mac or whether it is a PC. You're going to be able to benefit from these applications. All right. Well, until then, be well, be safe, and be blessed.